This is how to make a supernova, and today you will become a creator of walls. So welcome to the fourth episode of this beginner mini-series, and today we're going to talk about walls. Walls are a very special thing for us terrain makers because with walls we can really create a lot of things like castles, bunkers, space stations, laboratories, whole cities, really a lot of things. And today I will show you 3 different ways how to build walls and how to paint them. Today I will show you a couple of ways how you can make walls, and we're going to start with a brick wall. And for a brick wall I like to use one of these draft triangles. So what I'm going to do is measure 5 millimeters and then take my knife and make a shallow cut. Move 5 millimeters again, make another cut, and do this all the way up. All our horizontal lines are done, so now we're going to make the vertical lines. And what we're going to do, we're going to make the brick pattern. That means that we're going to start with line number 1, then move to 3, then move to 5, etc, etc, move to the top. Then we're going to move 5 millimeters to the right, and then we're going to do it again. But then we're marking number 2, number 4, number 6, etc. So all the lines are now complete, but they are still very thin. So what you want to do is take a sharp pencil and then retrace all the lines you made with your knife. One half of the foam is already done, and you immediately can see the brick pattern. Both sides have all the lines, but this one looks way more natural. So this part is already finished, and now I'm going to do the rest of the foam. So maybe you're thinking, why I'm not using a pencil immediately and skip the knife part? Well, I will show you. When you use a pencil on the foam, you have a chance that you're ripping the foam when you make a deep cut. But when you use a knife first, and then use a pencil, you have a more clean cut in your foam. The brick wall got a base coat of black, and now I'm going to dry brush it with a dark red color. For the next layer of dry brushing, I added some yellow to my mix to get a more warmer, vibrant color. For my final dry brushing, I added some white into my paint mix to get a very vibrant highlight color. To darken all the recessed areas, I'm going to use a wash we made in this video. When I'm applying a wash on a wall, I always like to put the project on an angle so the gravity can help me with applying the wash. Like the rain would be pulled down by gravity on a wall. So the wash is dry, and if you want you can leave it like this, or if you want to highlight the edges you could add on a very light dry brush. The second wall we're going to build will be a castle wall. We're going to use some techniques from our brick wall, but we're also going to use some techniques from the texture video. If you didn't see that yet, I don't know why, but you can fix that mistake. The link is right there. So first we're going to make the larger stones with our castle will be made out of. So right now I'm going to take my pencil again and retrace all the cuts I made. So now the bricks are done, but they are still very flat. Right now I'm going to take my stone and my aluminum foil ball to give this wall some texture. So the texturing is done, but as you can see, some of the lines we made earlier are mushed together again. So I'm going to take my pencil and make sure all these seams are well visible. Like this. So the last thing what we're going to do, I'm going to take this piece of wood and I'm going to press the stones inside the wall, because now the wall looks very neat, actually, very flat, but we're going to get a more medieval feeling, a more aged feeling when we choose some stones and press them inside the foam. So first for painting, we are going to apply a base coat of light gray. Right here you can see my brush strokes, but by moving my brush up and down like this, I am removing my brush strokes and getting even more texture on my stones. The grey base coat is dry, and the next step I'm going to pick some stones and paint them a different kind of grey before I'm going to dry brush everything. What I've done, I've taken my base color of grey, added some black to get a darker kind of a grey. So now I'm going to pick some stones and make them darker. Now I have added a little bit of yellow into my mix. It gives me a little warmer grey. Maybe you think, well, that's the color change is a little bit strong, but later when we are going to apply a dry brush and then a wash, it will blend together. The next step I'm going to do is to add some dry brushing, but I'm going to do two different types of dry brushing. On the left side I will do the normal dry brushing, and on the right side I will do overbrushing. Overbrushing is exactly the same as dry brushing, but you want to have more paint in your brush. On the left side we have the overbrushed part, and on the right side we have the dry brushed part. What we're going to do now, we're going to apply a wash on both sides, and then you can easily see the difference when you overbrush or when you dry brush your project. The wash is dry, and now we can very clearly see the part that had a dry brush and this part didn't have a dry brush, and both look very cool, but they just give a different effect. The last thing we're going to build today is the cobblestone wall. A cobblestone wall is actually very easy, and the only thing you need is a pencil. What you want to do is carve with your pencil a pattern into the foam. That can be square stones, it can be round stones, triangles, whatever you like. Keep in mind that you want to repeat the same pattern again. Well, not the same pattern, but more the general shape of all the stones. When you're using a pencil without a knife, you will have some rough edges, but that's actually a very cool effect for a cobblestone wall. The cobblestone's got a base coat of caramel brown paint, and now I'm going to add a little bit of yellow into my paint, mix it, and then pick out some stones so we get more variety in our stone color. This time I added more sand yellow in my paint mix. So right now we are ready for the wash, but if you want, you could apply a dry brush over the foam, and it will give you a slightly different effect. So right now I'm going to dry brush 1/2 and then I'm going to apply the wash. The wash is dry and you can still clearly see the difference between the part that is not dry brushed and the part that is dry brushed. Both ways give you realistic results, and you should choose the way that fits your theme, your style of building. But it's great to have both techniques in your toolbox. So if you made it until the end of this video, congratulations, because that means that you've earned a new badge. They grow up so quickly. Thank you for watching, and if you like my video, please like and subscribe, because there are more cool videos coming your way. And maybe in the meantime, you should check out one of these. See you next time.